Today, we'll be covering not one, but two malls, both of which are located in Beckley, West Virginia. To start, we'll take a look at this cute little mall called the Plaza Mall. It's tiny, but wait till you see inside. Before we begin, I would like to give a special thanks to Unicom Productions for helping me find some background info on these two malls. Info is very hard to obtain, and even they had some trouble. But I can at least provide a few dates on this one. It's unknown exactly when the Plaza Mall opened, but some sources suggest that it opened in late 1972. Predating the opening of Raleigh Mall by just a few years, and technically making it the first enclosed mall in the region. However, as seen in this video, it was simply far too small to be a true mall, and was part of a larger strip plaza which held a Kmart at the time, as well as a Schul's today. With a relatively quiet history, the Plaza Mall has managed to live in silence for much of its life, hiding the amazing charm that it has had and still has. In fact, the only noticeable thing I've found on this mall is that it was given a cosmetic update around a year prior to this video. Thankfully, very little of its charm was spoiled in that renovation. I absolutely love this mall. It's tiny, but it has a lot of character, from those pendant lights hanging from the ceiling to the rather simple fountain beneath the dome skylight in the center of the mall. This is part of why I like to go dead malling, and sometimes seek out micro malls like these. They're practically a goldmine of surprises. Tenant lineup of this mall includes a beauty salon, a tire shop, a dental office, and a bar. Outside, a Schul's Furniture and a vacant Kmart anchor the plaza. I'm not sure what the future holds for this mall, but I would advise filling that vacancy in the back of the mall. One thing I could see having potential here is if there was a proper restaurant in the mall. However, the Kmart space is more difficult to fill, and that, I'm afraid I haven't an answer for. I wasn't lying when I said this was a tiny mall. In fact, it's on par for one of the tiniest malls I've ever filmed. I do hope you guys enjoyed this one. But wait, there's more. Since it's just a couple miles up the road, we'll make a stop at the Crossroads Mall and see how that one is doing. Crossroads Mall also has some limited information, but we do at least have some dates and anchor information. Crossroads Mall opened its doors for the first time on April 8, 1981. Having been built closer to US 19 and the Interstate 77/64 freeway, the mall was better positioned to take advantage of travelers despite the 40-cent toll on US 19. This would ultimately contribute to the death of the Raleigh Mall, which had managed to cling on to life all the way into the very early 2010s. When it opened, the mall would have contained JCPenney, Sears, and Leggett. Today's anchor lineup consists of Belk, JCPenney, and Rural King, alongside PetSmart, Dick's Sporting Goods, and a Social Security office as junior anchors. Rural King would have come around late 2017 to replace Sears, filling a vacancy that would have otherwise been problematic for the mall. With a good solid tenant roster, I can see this mall lasting much longer from today. So when it comes to aesthetics, the Crossroads Mall is a little lacking compared to the Plaza Mall, but still looks nice in its own right. The planters and the green plants definitely bring a little pizzazz to the mall, and should the owners renovate this mall, I hope they find a way to keep those in. The minimalism that most malls have adopted and embraced is a horrible fad that just cannot end soon enough, and I'm glad that Crossroads has not fallen to this trend yet. This mall seems to have gone through a lot of changes since it first started back in the 80s. As we know, Leggett would have merged with Belk, but beyond that, there's been a lot of shuffling around in the mall as a whole, with Dick's and PetSmart now taking over as junior anchors, a Social Security office in the back end of the mall, and the Sears being taken over by Rural King. In addition, this mall has also gotten a facelift on the outside, but still looks quite like an amalgamation of stuff on the outside. That JCPenney court looks amazing. The mirror finish and the planters around it, as well as that big skylight, it's all just great. By no means is Crossroads Mall dead. It's not even troubled or struggling. It's very much alive. But I still wanted to check it out, see how much charm still remained inside. And sure enough, it still does have a little charm about it. What's not to love about this mall? At another mall we went to earlier, I mentioned Rural King. And today, I'm thinking we should go inside and see what it's all about. What do you think? Let's go. In a nutshell, the best way I could describe Rural King is that it's a Tractor Supply on steroids. Basically a farmer's superstore. I've seen these pop up in a lot of country towns, typically in old Kmart's and Sears stores. If you've lived out in one of these country towns, then Rural King would likely have just about everything you need. It even has a grocery selection. This part was probably the biggest surprise for me. These little chicks up for purchase. All the way out into September. I told you, this may very well be a farmer's superstore. Now that I'm looking through Rural King a little more closely, this store seems to just be a whole hodgepodge of stuff. Even has vehicle batteries, which I would presume is for farm equipment. But I don't know, I could be wrong. This is my first time being inside a Rural King. Off camera, I found a few reviews on this place that spoke about a gun selection, so apparently, Rural King even sells guns for those of you who want them. Alright, that was Rural King, everyone. And this was Crossroads Mall along with Plaza Mall. I would have loved to include the Raleigh Mall, but that mall's been long gone with its anchors and land repurposed. But still, do hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new here and want to see more, do check out my channel and subscribe for more. I have plenty of content available for you, and I have even more on the way, including a zigzag trip around Pennsylvania and northwestern Virginia. If you didn't enjoy the video, then tell me what you didn't like and I'll see if I can fix it. Oh, and don't forget about the Dead Mall's Discord, a community where you can come and chat about Dead Mall content with me and several names, big and small. Until next time, this is Doomie Grunt, wishing you and the Raleigh County Malls farewell, and good luck.